that are taking place right now at the War Memorial in New Delhi. General Kulkarni, I'm so sorry to have cut you off. Do go on.
Yeah, so therefore we realize that much that we thought that there were only mujahids in area of Tololing, Tiger Hill, something with the visuals came right into everybody's houses in the year of 1999. But it wasn't so. There weren't mujahideen. There were regular Pakistani troops on the Northern Light Infantry supported by the SSG who were actually occupying all these heights, and it surprised us. Let there not be any doubt, it surprised us. And then to evict them was not an easy thing because it is extremely difficult to evict the enemy from higher reaches. And that
Right, as you can see over there, that is our Raksha Mantri, our Defence Minister Rajnath Singh, leading proceedings right now in the War Memorial in New Delhi. We have with us two guests on the show also. We have Major General K.K. Sinha, a defence expert. We also have with us Lieutenant General Sanjay Kulkarni. General Kulkarni, I'm sorry, I think we've cut to you twice already while you've been describing for us exactly what the conditions in the Kargil peaks, what they're like. Could you please go ahead?
Extremely difficult. Extremely difficult for anybody who has served in heights of 5590, 5150, 5140. Just imagine this, 5000 and 5190 means all heights above 18,000 feet. You can imagine month of May, June, July, and finally it's on the 26th of July, after having started the battle on the 12th of May, we finally succeed at the loss of over 500 of officers, JCOs and men, over 1,000 injured. It's extremely difficult. Rocky areas, absolutely out in the open, and you have the enemy perched on top, being able to take each and everybody just by line of sight. And that's where everybody played a major role. I think it is profiles of collective courage, whether it was the Air Force, whether it was artillery, whether it was logistics, the infantry, of course, won but notwithstanding what kind of courage the young officers, men that put it. It's extremely difficult. It is only to those who will understand and what it means. The light line from Srinagar to Leh being interdicted by the people who are sitting at Tololing, people like Tiger Hill. They won't let you move, and that is where to evict from there and can't trust Pakistan. I just cannot trust Pakistan because there's one country that we have got to be very careful. Therefore, the need of the hour is vigilance. The need of the hour is to have young people tremendously, what josh, what junoon, what kind of valor each one of them exhibited. I feel very great. I've lost some of my best friends there. And I have some of them who are there still living to be able to tell. You have General Sinha, who's battalion fought in the area of Turtuk. It's amazing. amazing courage, amazing valor. Each one of them contributing to ensure that, yes, now the cause is to ensure that the enemy is evicted, and it will be evicted on our terms and conditions. And that's exactly what happened on the 26th of July. Despite on the 4th of July, you had the Prime Minister go to Bill Clinton and, try to tell India to pull back and things of those kind of a ceasefire. No way. The clear thing was, if they started it, we will end it, and we will end it on our terms and conditions. And I think salute to every officer, every JCO, every soldier who fought there, who had laid down their lives, and those who are still living to be able to tell us what exactly happened there and how difficult it was. Yeah.
General Kulkarni, thank you. Stay with us. I want to now go over to Major General K.K. Sinha. He's also with us. General Sinha, thank you so much for waiting. General Sinha, if you could, for our audiences, further what General Kulkarni had to say. He was talking about profiles of courage, and I thought it would be lovely to come to you, especially for our younger audiences that are tuning in from across the country. If you could paint some of the pictures from the ground for us.
Right. First of all, let me wish you all, very, because this is a very important, this victory of Operation Vijay, the Kargil Diwas, reminds you that we must congratulate ourselves for this victory, unprecedented victory which we got. It is not only the people who fought, the people who have fought was a limited number because it was a limited war. It was on the backdrop of, once India has gone nuclear and the Pakistan has gone nuclear. And the bluff with the Pakistan wanted to do it because with the Mujahideen, the guards of Mujahideen, pumping the regular forces and those heights, which is impossible to take back. Everyone, if you carry out, and speak to anyone who has got some, even a small sense of, fighting a war in these terrains, they will say this is task impossible to evict anyone who is occupied in their own time. Now, what I want to, bring it out, that this, battle was fought for 74 days. 74 days, that includes 2 months, 3 weeks and 2 days. And in these times, when you have, these areas traditionally are vacated during the winter time. So you are not holding a single piece, whereas, these people have carried out...
General Sinha, I'm so sorry. We are going to have to move on very quickly. I'd like to thank both the generals for joining us today on our show and providing us with context as we salute the bravery of our soldiers on the ground during Kargil. Very quickly, we have some breaking news coming in. That's why we had to switch tracks. We're learning that the Prime Minister has written to the former President